Hello and welcome to the Glesga podcast. Now remember to like and subscribe. Coming up this week.
I'm not a military guy. I mean, I was in the SAS, Salvation Army Singers, but I'm not a military guy.
I've never seen an unidentified thing in the sky. Well, it is unidentified to me because when I see a plane in the sky, I know it's a plane, but I don't know what it's identifying as.
Well, it might be identifying as a helicopter. And you can't say, that's a plane. No, I'm a helicopter. That's a hate crime now. The possibilities for peeping Pomery now are phenomenal. Right, these perverts are airborne now, right?
But before then, we're talking about everything, drones.
This is only because, I don't know you listeners out there, if you've been reading in the papers, apparently the good people of the United States on the eastern seaboard, you know, New York and New Jersey and all that, are shiting themselves because there's drones, right? There's drones coming in for the Atlantic Ocean and they're flying our people's hussies and people are thinking it's, well, UFOs and all that sort of stuff. People are wondering what they are. Now the government, the Pentagon and the White House, they're saying, we don't know what they are, but we're fairly certain that they're not a threat, which is, well, in common terms, utter pish, by the way. Right, if they don't know what they are, then how do they know they're a threat? Bullshit. They know exactly what they are. Check it out. There's drones. But check it out after the podcast. Just stay tuned and we're going to tell you all about it.
Yeah. That'll be the Americans that will be testing them though. That's what that is. It's no, they're not going to let anything into the country that isn't theirs.
Well, there was that Chinese weather balloon. Do you remember? They shot down about a year ago or 18 months ago. Do you remember that Chinese weather balloon that went over the country and they shot it down near Montana or something? So it already went right across the country. And then they went, what's that? This big mad balloon. They said it was a spy balloon. And the Chinese government, no, it's just, we want to know what the weather's like in Idaho. Aye, fucking right you do. Nae bother, man. My arse.
It might have just been folk in a hot air balloon and they've been blown across or something.
It might have been Richard Branson as well. Listen, it was a Chinese balloon. But no, it wasn't it wasn't a Wayne's party in Beijing. Where'd my balloon go? It was a military thing, and it was spying on. Well, it was flying out of America. What it found out was that, God, the people here are really fat. And we don't need to magnify it. We could see them off of 40,000 feet. Good God, look at the size of this mob.
Maybe that's the Chinese were just in the wind-up saying, look at the size of your big balloons, and they just sent maybe they had wee faces on them or something, they never noticed.
Aye, maybe they're going, oh, clearly our takeaway food's working a treat. No bother. So, the Air Force shot the balloon down. They went up.
They burst the balloon, didn't they?
They burst the Chinese bubble.
Big fucking needle.
Aye, no, there had to be a missile, right? They shot it down with a missile, right? Or maybe they flew past it, opened the window and pricked it with a pin. But they shot it down, and I presume they retrieved it and had a swatch at what was in it, you know, and it was just Haribos and all that, some swizzles and caramels and stuff.
Suck the air at it for a laugh.
So they say it's drones. It's drones. Now this is the thing. Some people are saying it's UFOs. We were in Falkirk, the UFO, the Falkirk Triangle, the UFO capital of Scotland. So we'd done a gig in Falkirk. Maybe you were there. Yeah, it was a good show. But what do you know about UFOs? Have you ever seen a UFO?
Never saw a UFO, an unidentified flying object.
Yes, or as they're known now as UAPs, and as unidentified aerial phenomena. But we'll call it UFO, right? We'll call it UFO. So, some people say it's UFOs that were under attack. People in America are saying, what is that? We're under attack for aliens. Other people are saying there's an Iranian drone ship is in the Atlantic and has launched these Iranian drones. They're saying that's what it possibly is. I think one of the Republican or Democrat senators or something came out and said it's in the drones are Iranian. and they're being launched for a ship, and they're coming out, and they only seem to come out at night, which is a bit strange.
Aye.
Because, I mean, what can these drones see at night unless they've got infrared or
Well,
what they're looking for?
well, they use
If they're drones, or they might be UFOs.
I mean, I know, obviously, I've seen drones before. I've had a drone, the roofer sent a drone out to look at a roof.
The what?
The
The roofer had a drone?
Aye, the roofer. So they looked at a roof with a drone to see the damage it was caused.
Right.
But I've never seen a unidentified thing in the sky. Well, it is unidentified to me, because when I see a plane in the sky, I know it's a plane, but I don't know what it's identifying as.
Well, it might be identifying as a helicopter. And you can't say, that's a plane. No, I'm a helicopter. That's a hate crime now. Because helicopters are protected characteristic, right? You're not, you're a plane. Oh, no, I'm a whirly bird. You don't start that. So the roofer's got a drone.
Yes.
Pilots his own drone, has a swatch at your roof, and then goes, there's the price. And you need to agree before he gets a ladder out.
Aye, so he takes photos of it with the drone, and then he shows you what the problem is. And then that's where you get the price, negotiate the price.
So when I was a boy, 7-year-old, running about Easterhouse, if you'd have seen a drone, you see drones and they're ubiquitous, they're everywhere. You know what they are. Arthur C. Clarke, the famous writer, he said that technology to the uninitiated is indistinguishable from magic. You say, what's that? Imagine if I'm 7-year-old and I go, what's that? It's clearly not a plane, because you've seen planes, right? You might have saw the odd helicopter back in the 70s, but it was very unusual. Very unusual, right? But you would never have seen a drone. And if you'd have seen a drone in the 70s, you went, UFO. That's a UFO. That's not a plane. So, what does that suggest?
Well, it suggests that there's obviously other things up in the sky, but I still think they're all identifiable in terms of it's something.
No.
But anything's unidentifiable to you if you don't know what it is.
The point is, so the UFO phenomenon started after the war, right? People started seeing UFOs. They didn't really see them before that. There's been things through history. There was the very famous UFO sky battle over Switzerland in 1566 or something like that, right? And there's a famous photograph, there was a painting made of it, right? Now, 1946, 1947 was the first reported UFO sightings. Now, who do you suppose, right, makes these drones? Who made these drones first? So they had planes and then they had helicopters. So you've got planes have a runway to take off, then helicopters, vertical takeoff. And you get planes that can do vertical takeoff, right? And then it's a drone, an unmanned aircraft. Now, we see them everywhere now. But 30 years ago, we didn't see them. Who's the only people that had them? The military. Because they've got clearly military applications. Drones, right? So, my brother was in the Gulf, right? During the first Gulf War. And he was in the desert. And they were in the desert under battle conditions, so it was lights out. The only light in the desert was the moon. So him and his mate, they come out of the tent and they're walking about in total darkness. They only see is the moon, but they became aware of, and this was in 1991, right? They became aware they could see a shadow in front of them. So there's clearly a light source behind them. They turned round, and right in front of them was this thing about the size of a car. Now, this was in 1990, right? 35 years ago, right? And it was the size of a motor, and it kind of had like a kind of a strip light. Kind of, you know, it wasn't dead shiny. It was kind of a dull light coming for a strip light. It was the size of a car, and it just was floating in front of them, 6 feet for them, no making a sound. And they went, that's a UFO. they'd never seen it like that before. That's a UFO. Do you know what it was?
What?
It was a sentry drone. It was an American-made drone that guarded the camp. An unmanned drone. Now, that technology, that's 30 years ago. So that technology, once the military's gone, we've got all that now, we're finished with it, the company that makes them goes, I know what we'll do. We'll make ones and put them into mankind in the gadget shop so middle-aged perverts can look in people's windows. And that's what happens. Under the guise of, I'm here to check your roof, mate. Right? No, you're no, you sick pervert. Right? You peeping Tom. I mean, the possibilities for peeping Tomery now are phenomenal. Right? These perverts are airborne now. Right? Now, so these drones now, which we see all the time, is it possible? Is it possible that they were early incarnations of top secret military aircraft, which are now you see all the time?
See, you see drones all the time.
What?
I never see drones all the time. I've saw maybe.
Well, that's because where you live out in the country, there's no Bluetooth or anything. You've still got carrier pigeons and fucking smoke signals, right? But in Glesga, we see drone. You know, like gang fighting now. They send a drone to chib a guy, right? They've militarised these things. Now the good thing is, well, they're going to deliver your food, right? So now you're going Uber Eats and Just Eat and all that, right? They're going to deliver your food on a drone. And you don't need to fucking tip a drone. So are these delivery drivers, if you're delivering out there, eventually they'll just send the drones to the Chinese or the Indian, we'll hold it with a claw, and then it'll land, and you'll get a notification on your phone, the drone is at your door, and then you go out and there's this weird looking bug thing with your food fucking peering at you, with a red eye blinking.
We've obviously seen my delivery driver.
Hey.
On that note, we're going to break for something to eat, and then we'll have a clip from one of our live shows as well.
Tell them what you had.
So I've got shingles.
By the
Sorry
way,
about that.
it's not sexually transmitted, because if it was, he would never catch it. You know what I mean? Because you can't catch VD off your hand. Right.
It's scabs in this heat I've got, so it's been.
But no, your purple heat. You're a wee purple-heated fella. One-eyed milkman, siphoning a python, choking a bishop. Do you know I won a competition for synonyms for a booby? A synonym, words that mean the same as. Like son, bobag. Right. So the second place person got 37 synonyms for a wanger, a langer, pork sword, that sort of thing. Tadger, todger, ten pole, Cleopatra's needle. So the point is, the second person got 37, but I won it. Out the park, man. Out the park. 110. 110 synonyms for a banger, a wanger, a docker, a dauber.
So remember, you can see us live at the Glasgow Comedy Festival in Bad on the Thursday, the 13th of March. Now, we've already sold a lot of tickets, so if you want to come along, make sure you visit glesgadad.com or click any of our socials. It's going to be good.
It's going to be fantastic.
Have you ever been to a wedding and it's flew out of your head? You look, what the fuck?
A wedding? Aye. A drone at a wedding? What was... No.
Because wedding videos, they if they're coming down the aisle outside, it's like the drone above them as they walk down the aisle.
Is that right? I've never seen that.
And then they shoot up in the air to get a big shot of all the family around the couple and all that.
That's amazing, isn't it?
They use them at weddings.
But it used to be, I know, to take about filmmaking, it used to be you had to hire a helicopter and a helicopter pilot, and there was all the safety implications to take care of all shots. What do these drones cost? 50 quid, 100 quid? I don't know what a drone costs. Right, now they can do all that. With a drone costs £100. That's it, man. Just send it up. Just Do the same things you used to cost hundreds of thousands. It's amazing. Amazing technology.
Because Disney use them for all their displays now. Above the castle and above the Disney ship and all that.
I know.
You
It's
hear them.
amazing.
They're like flies, isn't it?
I don't think they had them when I went, because I went to Disney in 2020. I don't think they had them then. I don't remember seeing them.
They've got them now.
Yeah, they've got them now.
It like has a Disney sign with drones and spelling in the air. It's mental.
Fucking amazing, man.
I know. But they've also got their faults. Obviously, Russia's used them, as you say.
Russia's used them.
Well, Russia's used them in Ukraine, and they've managed to bypass all the technology.
Well, Ukraine uses them to attack Russia.
Aye, but I think Russia knows how to get them into Ukraine without them getting detected, do they not?
How did they? Well, aye, I mean, they use drones. They use drones now. It's like Top Gun Maverick, right? You saw Top Gun Maverick. Early on in the film, Ed Harris plays the Admiral, and he says, the future's coming and you're no in it. They're not going to need pilots anymore. Pilots that get tired, need to take a piss, disobey orders. The people who's going to be, it's probably happening right now. See the people who are pilots, who are piloting drones, they're sitting in a bunker with a PlayStation controller, controlling a drone, which is, and by the way, they're in a bunker in the middle of America, piloting a drone anywhere in the world, all linked up by satellites, all linked up by the internet and everything. Just going, and as a wee guy, he's probably still a virgin at 29 because he's a gamer. He just eats Greggs sausage rolls all the time and sits in his ma's house. They go, all right, I'm going to kill a few of the enemy today. And it's a video game of him. You see some stuff for Ukraine where for the Ukrainian side, you see them piloting drones to go and attack the Russian lines. And by the way, so these drones, they're not very big. Strap a couple of bombs to it. Deadly. Deadly, man.
Well, the thing is, they can point like a big cannon at it and cut the radio signal off. But if they've still got the bomb on it, it's not going to do any good, is it? You're not going to... You can't shoot down a drone without it still exploding, can you?
Well, I'm not a military guy. I mean, I was in the SAS, Salvation Army Singers, but I'm not a military guy. Right. So...
Singers or swingers?
Salvation Army Singers.
All right, okay.
The Salvation Army don't swing.
You're banging your drum.
The bomb's got to detonate, innit? You got to detonate the bomb. So if somebody... So I would imagine... If you're piloting a drone and you see it's been shot down, then you could still detonate the bomb. See, shooting a bomb it needs to detonate, I think. You don't shoot a bomb and blow it up, I don't think. I don't know.
You need a license personally if you want to fly a drone.
I think there's rules. I could just buy a drone, can I? I can go to Braehead and buy a drone. I believe. I could go in and buy a drone. I have no need for a drone. Right? Maybe I'll find a need for a drone. Right? But I could buy one. But there's rules. You can't use them to be a pervert. Well, you've got to catch me first, right? You can't use them to be a pervert, because that's a crime anyway.
You need to gear up your telescope.
What telescope? I've not got a telescope. Right. I had a telescope. But the legs get bent. That's neither here nor there. You're not allowed to fly it near an airport, I believe. And there's restrictions of flying drones in built-up areas, apparently, because of the whole privacy thing and all that. You might be looking in people's windows, blah, blah, blah.
So they've got like a drone police that look into it.
I was at Fir Park. Who were we playing? We were playing Celtic, right? So I was at the Motherwell game, watching us getting pumped by Celtic. And as you come out of Fir Park, the coppers, the police, have got drones.
Right.
And they've got the drone, it was up above, we're coming out of Fir Park, and it's up above, hovering above the Civic Centre to look at. They don't have it, it's when we play St Johnstone, because there's not enough people there.
Aye.
But when we play
doesn't have
Celtic
to-
or Rangers, it's always pretty busy.
Is that the drone comes and takes the part in it?
No, it's just looking at the crowd. It's just looking for crowd trouble.
The keeper can't even pick the part in it, so they've got a drone to collect it.
I tell you what, that's going to happen. Eventually the ball boys will be drones. But let's look at the evolution of drones. Where is this going to go eventually? What's the biggest thing on the internet? Apart from Glesga, da. What's the biggest thing on the internet?
Porn.
Sex.
Aye.
Sex.
If my wife's listening, YouTube.
Aye, very good, very good. I bet there's scud on YouTube. Is there?
Nah.
You sure?
No.
Well, I've never really looked.
It's the kids one we've got, so I doubt it. I hope no.
Right, so there's no porn on YouTube?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
I've
fair
looked
enough.
everywhere.
But the evolution it must be, because it happens with everything else. Because everybody, I mean everybody watches porn. You name anybody, they watch porn.
Are you breaking for reflection or?
No, I'm just saying there's insatiable demand. So it stands to reason that drones will be harnessed and utilised for sexual reasons. I don't know what that looks like.
No, like that woman in the pawn shop that you told me about.
What woman?
You got to tell me that. Tell
What?
that story about that woman in the pawn shop.
Right, well, that was in the old days, right? So you would go and buy a porno back in the days, right? A video. I mean, Betamax was a great system, right? But VHS became the industry standard. And what happens is, obviously, you don't buy a porno in your own city because you're known, you don't want to be clocking into a sex shop. So you drive to Manchester, don't you? 200 mile where nobody knows you. And you're going along Oldham Street, which is where all the porn shops are in Manchester, just in case anybody's interested. And you're still going, anybody about? And then you nick into the shop. And you walk in, and it's no a dude, it's behind the counter. It was an elderly lady. You know, a demure elderly, like could be your mother. And you're going, are you in cleaning this joint? Or something? She says, no, it's my shop. I went, oh, for fuck's sake. Gives 20 club and a bottle of ginger. Right. But you go, she says, how can I help you? I says, I'm into, you know what I mean? How can I help you? Well, I'm into my porno. She says, well, they're not there. I went, right, okay, so I just picked one up. You don't want to, she's watching me. Right, you feel ashamed. Right. So you pick up a porn video and you look at it and you go, fine, I'll take this. And she says, would you like to see it? Are you winding me up? And she went, well, do you want to see what you're getting? Sure. She takes it out of the thing, puts it in a video recorder back. So she's standing behind the counter. There's a video recorder and a telly. She pops it in, and she stands next to it. So I'm looking at the porno and she's standing there, but she's kind of staring into space. So I don't feel like awkward, fucking awkward, right? And I'm going, that's fine, right? Just fucking put it in a brown paper bag, right? Fucking honestly, it was awkward. It was just awkward. Oh. But that never happened to me. It was a guy I know. It was a mate of mine.
Oh, it's brilliant. So you think that's what'll happen though? You'll be watching a porn and a drone will just come into your bedroom
and suck you off. Or bounce something down on your knob. Right. That's I think you'll find with all the sex robots and all that, and the sex suits, right, that are coming out. I mean, that's where it's all going. You go, I'd like a robot to do the dishes and all that. Right, then that's fine. Or I'd like a robot to clean the house. But you're sitting there going, I wonder what else this robot can do. And if you're a dude, the drones will be modified and, amalgamated with sex robots and things. you know, maybe you'll get the wrong one, and you know, there'll clearly be different. There'll be some for men and some for women and some for the various people who identify whatever. So you'll go schedule in a sex robot. So you schedule it. You know, you're going to work all day, and then you have your dinner, and then you go 7 o'clock. The drone's coming, so you leave the window open. And there they send the wrong robot, and I think comes in the window with a massive dildo. And you get the fright of your life. Right, and the safety words, Versprung durch Technik. Right. Kirkentiller. That's my safety word. Anyway, so that's my patented business idea. Sex drones. So if you come out with a sex drone, I came up with it first, you owe me money. I'm going to be the Elon Musk of sex drones.
So would the sex drone be delivered with another drone? So the drone...
No. It's all one unit. It's all... Oh, it's wee bits and bobs and doodads.
Would it not be weird though? There's a wee wearing a seller operating it.
Like there'll be an operator. Aye.
What if he does it like lucky? He's like, oh Christ, look at this guy. Skip the sex and got a cigarette.
No, you know what? It would be because for privacy, it would be programmed to perform certain acts. So when you go in the app, it'd be an app, right? In fact, while it's in you, right, you'd be on the app and go, give me a 50% of a bit of buzz, bzz, right, whatever, I don't know. And it would be programmed, it'd be software. So there wouldn't be any human intervention on the drone side.
Right.
Because you would just feel weird. Because you don't know if the guy's going to post it on YouTube. Suddenly you're getting, you're getting plugged by a sex robot and everybody's watching on TikTok. So there's privacy issues.
Yeah.
No, unless you're into that sort of thing. You know.
Then the wee drone would go to like a wee drone car wash and then go to the next client.
Oh no, the drone would need to have a wash. It'd probably go back to its garage or its drone airport. Right.
Get emptied.
No, yeah. It's get emptied. Hey, aye. Oh, that's disgusting. Aye. It'd obviously need to be dishwasher safe, right? I mean, it would need to go back to get scraped and cleaned.
God. How did we get to this?
Because that's humankind. That's where it always ends up. Everything ends up, it all comes into what men want.
You know that dude's got a sex robot.
Just a heat.
What, did the decapitate it or something?
That's for another show. I've had interactions with robots, that's all I'm going to say. It's just the evolution of things, because remember, nothing sucks like an Electrolux. Oh, they've moved on since the days.
What about a shark? It can bite you a little bit.
A shark?
Aye.
Well,
a nibble.
I think I've got one of them, innit? Have I got one of them?
You've got a shark.
It's a Hoover, the folded thing.
Aye, you've got one, aye.
Aye.
It's lost its teeth. Oh, shite.
Aye.
Doesn't it pick up very much? But like yourself.
I see it in the lobby. I've no idea what it does. And eventually, look, you'll get house cleaning services and all that. Drones will come and clean your house, scrape the wallpaper off your walls, run you a bath,
Aye.
wipe your ass. I'm telling you, that's the future.
So while we're flying high, we should really stop droning on. Now remember to like and share our podcast, because the more you share, the more people find out about Glesga. And if you can come and see us live at the Glasgow Comedy Festival on Thursday the 13th of March. Tickets are still available. glesgada.com or click our bio link. Now, if you enjoyed the show, please tell your friends, but if you didn't,
Fuck off.